at all. Stupid music's sometimes the best music.
Hmm.
So, did you guys notice the thumbnail? It plays for hours.
Oh, does it now?
That's what Madhouse says out there. I don't know. That's pretty funny.
I don't know, those
Either way.
mountains. It's kind of hard to
Yeah,
get past them.
it really is. Like that's one of those things. It's like all you want to do is climb them, and you
Yeah.
can't. Sometimes you can't help yourself. Sometimes you
Yeah.
can't help yourself. It's just you got to mount a mountain, giggity.
Like even me, you can imagine how hard it is to go over and just get my daily routine done. Just like, well,
Well, I mean, I'm like, I mean, are you one of the? Is it gotten to the point where you're having back issues yet?
I am. It sucks.
Yeah,
It
like
sucks
I let,
balls.
yeah, like because my ex-wife's tits were 32G.
Oh
Okay,
God.
yeah. And so it was one of those things where it was like, like I had to I had to buy her like custom bras and stuff like that because like, the normal ones from the store didn't fit her, you
Hmm.
know? And, but yeah, no, like we were already looking at it, like, because the military, if it like legitimately caused you back problems, the military would like actually pay for a reduction.
Oh.
Um, yeah, the military would actually do it if you were having like legitimate back problems and stuff like that. So it was one of them situations where it's like that we were kind of, obviously up until the divorce and I got out, but it was one of those things like we were kind of like we were basically just waiting until we were done having kids. You know what I mean? So
Mm.
yeah, it's kind of ridiculous how that ends up going sometimes, but yeah. Yeah, that's the only like we all of us guys, we love the big boobies. We all love looking at them, but like it's one of them situations where it's like, sorry for the girls. Sorry for the girls. Yeah,
Well, it's a
we
small
look
price
we
to pay.
appreciate your suffering for our personal pleasure. So
Well, it's a small price to pay because all we need is a good pair of tits, and you guys will just buy us free drinks. So
I mean, it's true. I mean, it's a pretty fair trade if you ask me. It's a pretty fair trade. Y'all get like all the glory, and we just have to pay for things. But that's okay because it's worth it because we get you, so it's worth it. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, it's totally okay with all of that. So yeah, I don't know. How's your day been, Sunker? How's your
oh,
day
I
been?
had to go over and pick up kids and stuff like that. So very raining at this point in time. So
Is it really?
that's actually what inspired me to wear the current outfit because when you wear a trench coat, even if it
Giggity.
like there is something about wearing a trench coat that you do kind of feel secretly like a badass, especially when it's like that nice like buttery smooth new leather
Mm-hmm.
trench coat. And it's just like,
Ooh,
yes,
yeah.
yes, I feel super cool as I'm waiting by the school by this little kid's school to go pick up my niece and nephew.
Like I legitimately I had a trench coat in high school and like it was like that post like Columbine and like all of that kind of stuff. So it was like trench coat mafia, but I just wore it because I thought it was fucking cool as shit. And yeah, you feel like actually Highlander is the reason why I wore a trench
Mm.
coat, right? Because Duncan always had one on. Mine was black, his was brown, but yeah, Duncan always had one. And I found a really nice one. It was London Fog at a whatchamacallit, at like a thrift store. And London Fog is like really expensive. Like it's nice. It had like this line, it had like this fur lining on the inside. Like if it ever actually got cold enough down here, it would totally be worth it. But it doesn't ever actually get that cold down here to actually need anything like that. But yeah, it's totally worth it.
I
It's
actually
totally worth
might go over and start volunteering to pick up the kids more often. It's like it means I get to wear my trench coat and be
it.
really cool.
Right.
You cap that on pause.
Yes, don't think we've forgotten about you. Don't think we've forgotten about you. But yeah, that's just funny though, because it's okay. It's one thing for a chick to go pick up kids at school
In
with
a
a trench
trench
coat
coat.
on. It's a different thing if it's a dude. Like everybody's like, oh my god, is he a flasher? Like, what is he gonna
Well,
do?
no, it also works out because I was wearing very nice boots and a skirt, so it's just I look like a
Mm.
classy lady in my nice trench coat. I just got out of a business meeting. I'm sorry.
There was a I was riding with my mom and we had to go to one of my sister's elementary schools for something. I don't remember what the hell it was for. All I remember is there was a fucking blonde that walked out and holy shit, like thigh high boots, like this itty bitty
Yeah.
skirt, tight ass fucking top, and everything else. And it was like, oh my fucking god! My mom was like, I bet you that girl just gave, all those a bunch of those little boys their first boner.
Shit.
And I was like, you're probably not wrong. You're probably not wrong.
Look, she does what she has to get to get through nursing school. Okay.
Hey man, I wasn't judging at all. I guess we'll just do the as rant. I got to go grab beer from the front door. Y'all, I'll be right back. Yeah, Sunker, have fun. I'll be right back.
There is nothing I love more. Taking my headphones off. Fuck that. Bethesda. There is nothing I love more than to fire up a brand new RPG, lose myself.
Sorry, did you want to get immersed in our world? Yeah, well, guess what?
Fucking pronouns! I love nothing more than to be dragged out at every fucking conceivable opportunity so you can fucking current day us. Current fucking day! Fuck off! We can't see past our own fucking reflection. That's the level of our narcissism here at Bethesda Twat Waffle. That's all you fucking are! Twat Waffle! Fuck off! Fucking gender ambiguity! Fucking current day Californian shit! Cause that's all we fucking know! Cause we're boring! We're so fucking boring! You're boring! You're fucking dull! You have nothing to say! Fuck your immersion! Guess what? Fucking pronouns! You take everything we love and you just can't help! Shovel your dog shit! Fucking crap! Ideology into everything! Every single solitary fucking thing!
Absolute fucking legend. Absolute fucking legend. How are we doing tonight, boys and girls? Ladies and gentlemen, this is Just Become a Nerd. I bring you pop culture and all things nerdy through a common sense lens. Sorry, we've been out for the last couple of days. I apologize that Mama's feeling much better now, though. The fever is officially gone, and so we are all straightened out and ready to get back at it tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So I appreciate all of you guys for being understanding and all of that kind of fun stuff when things like that happen. So that's what happens when you have 6 kids and you got to have somebody else look after them. So that's kind of how things end up going sometimes. But I appreciate all of you boys and girls so very much. We are back at it tonight for another edition of Is It Good? Cyberpunk Edgerunners, ladies and gentlemen. And I know for one, I love this show. I absolutely love it. Sunker's like, it's okay. I'm not even going to bullshit you guys. Last Thursday, I stayed up until like 4 o'clock in the morning. I finished the entire fucking series last week because I could not help myself. I was
he
like,
told me, I'm like, you have a fucking problem. You have a problem.
I legitimately do. I do. I love this fucking show. I could not resist. It was fucking great. And also to all of you fabulous folks out there, I know I posted it out there on Twitter because Mama is off work for the next 6 weeks. Well, 4 weeks at this point. And everybody was helping out. I posted a link for my Streamlabs out there on the Twitters, out there on the X, and had a few people defringe it. Tomby, which I think I thanked Tomby on Twitter, but Tomby donated $100 yesterday, and Toonie Boy for 100 British pounds, which works out to 124.26 over here in the States, has also donated and keeping things going. We're just trying to cover rent right now at this point, boys and girls. So just a few more $100 and we should be good. But thank you, Toonie Boy. Thank you for everybody that's helped out. He's probably not watching. He's probably not watching. He probably has no idea what's going on. But shout out. That's fucking amazing. I couldn't believe it. With Mama being off work right now, like things are tight. So I appreciate you guys so very much for Toonie Boy and Tomby. I know you guys both donated. I appreciate that direct donations over there on the Streamlabs. So I appreciate all of you guys so very much for that. And we'll post that. Out there once the Rumble bot pops it up. We'll post all of that stuff too. But as well, thank you for the new follower for Violence Solves Everything and over on Rumble. And ladies and gentlemen, it's official. We have officially crossed 1,600 subscribers on the new YouTube channel. We're at 1606 now. So shout out to all of you fabulous folks out there that have helped out with all of that. We've had a lot of the videos blow up the last few days. We've gotten a lot of comments, a lot of likes, and I could not do that without you guys. We're inching our way closer and closer back to 4K. Sunker's got to run off real quick somewhere. I was just about to introduce her too, but it's one of them situations where it's like, yeah, I really do appreciate all of you guys. You guys have been absolute fucking miracle workers, helping out with everything, keeping the channel going, even when when I'm not always here. I appreciate you guys. Like, it's beautiful. I'm glad we did get at least a couple of videos out yesterday. That was one of the things I told my wife. I was like, look, if I'm going to take yesterday off and like help you out with the kid because you got a fever and stuff, like, I got to go edit a few videos. So I came out here for like 30 minutes and got a couple of things edited so that way you guys would have something to watch yesterday. Like I said, I apologize for not being there today, but we are back at it now. And speaking of, we got to wait for her to put her headphones back in. Speaking of back at it, not just your back door. What's up, Sunker? How you doing? How's everything going?
Hello. I was just keeping children away from my from my door. I'm like, oh no. They're spending the night. So I was just like, I'm streaming right now. I'm doing really good. I got to wear my trench coat without having it be a fashion statement. It was for the rainy weather, but then I was like, oh, this is cool. And it reminds me of Cyberpunk, old school Cyberpunk. And then I put on my kind of new age Cyberpunk to mix in with the old age. And it kind of, I always like that kind of a look where they had like tight, and then just a big flowy jacket on top.
No, and it kind of works too, because like our main character in Cyberpunk too, that's the way he is too, because he's got his mom's old ambulance jacket, like her old EMT jacket.
Fireman, yeah, EMT.
Yeah, EMT. Yeah, he's got his mom's old EMT jacket that he wears. So yeah, it's actually quite fitting. So I love it. You look great. I like it. I like it a lot.
I like it a lot.
Yes, you're absolutely working. Madhouse is like, oh, does she have a coat on? I didn't even notice.
Good liar.
So yeah, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, we're back at it tonight. We've got episode 3 and 4 of Cyberpunk Edgerunners tonight. I am super stoked for the show. I love this episode. I'm really glad. Like, it's a lot of fun. What? Go ahead.
One thing I do want to go over and point out, I did say, like, it's a good episode. Like, and it
was a hell of a cliffhanger too last week.
It was a hell of a cliffhanger. Here's the thing, and this is how you know you made a good show, or you made something at least adequate enough. When you're just doing your day-to-day, you're walking your dog, you're doing the dishes, and you stop and you're like, I wonder what the fuck happens next. Oh, well, I wonder what happens next. And you're just left wondering. And that's actually, if you catch an audience like that, they're just going to keep coming back. And you don't need to use fucking gimmicks or retarded BS.
No, and that's I loved that so much when you sent me that message. You're like, I'm still thinking about the show. I'm like, that's a good thing. That means it's good. That means it sticks with you. Like, that's a really good sign if you're sitting there still thinking about it and thinking about what happens next and all of that kind of stuff. Like, it's pretty wild. Bubbles, close the door, please. Sorry, baby. The Bubbles had to come out and get a hug and a kiss. But like, yeah, and
no worries.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. And so it's one of those things where it's like, that's kind of the nice part. Like, that's how you know you've gotten engaging, right? Like, there was something I was thinking about yesterday. I think that's because, like, like I said, I'm not overly critical. You're like, you're way more critical and hard on things than I am, right? Which is great, and I don't have a problem with that. Like, that's what reviewers are supposed to do, right? And I'm just, I'm a common nerd, you know what I mean? So it doesn't but it's one of those things. Like, I think that's really the definition for me as to whether or not something is good or bad, or good or just meh. You know what I mean? Is if it's engaging, right? Do you continue to think about it? Do you continue to enjoy it afterwards? Do you want to go back and keep watching it? You know, like, that's the thing I said about like One Piece season 1 on Netflix, right? Like, literally, if it wasn't for the fact that I had a show to do that night, me and my wife would have binge watched the entire first season like that day when it came out on Saturday. You know, so it's like, I think that's the key to all of that kind of stuff is that kind of stuff. So I appreciate that a lot. So I'm glad you were still thinking about it. I'm glad you were still thinking about it.
Again, I still stand by my criticism because it is like the running is a little bit off, and that could just be because Netflix. There are certain things that are done. I'm like, well, this seems a little bit odd, but it's still engaging enough where you don't fucking hate the main character. He just seems a little bit like an ADHD spaz, just a little bit. But you do feel
like that's like every teenage boy you've ever met. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, no, yeah, I'm good. Good.
Oh my.
All right, I'm just going to go ahead and get this started right here. Because, okay, now, and friendly FYI, for a reminder for the rules as well, gifted subs equals Sunker dancing videos, and direct donations equal baby dancing videos, because if you direct donations right now are going to support the baby right now and mama being off work, so you'll get dancing babies for that one. But because we love him anyway, and before we say hi to all of the rest of you fabulous folks out in the chat, which we're going to do here in just a second, Occupant 42 for $20.
Thank you so much.
I love this too. Says not necessarily. I thought about The Last Jedi for months, but it wasn't because it was
True.
Hey, that's completely and totally fair. You're right.
You
But
always
she was
remember
thinking about this
the
in a
train
good
wrecks
way.
as well.
We always remember the train. Trust me, dude. I still have the first episode of Interview with the Vampire from fucking AMC. I still have the first 2 episodes stuck in my head, dude. I was like, that was the first thing like Diesel and I were going to review. Like I was like Diesel because I love Anne Rice. I love all of that kind of like I love her Vampire Chronicles. Like anything with Lestat, like I am there. I bought when they came out, you know, after I got older and when she was releasing new books, like I bought them every single time. Dude, that show is authorized by her gay fucking son. And I swear that Catholic is probably rolling in her fucking grave with that show because it is nothing more. It is nothing but fucking homo fucking fanfic is all those first fucking 2 episodes are. Okay. Like literally like vampires can't have sex. Their dicks don't work in the Anne Rice universe. And it's like, oh, it fucking irritated me to no end. Lestat loves Lewis. And yes, if they were human, he probably would have a relationship with him like that. But that is never, ever the way is it expressed in the first couple of books, either Vampire Lestat or Interview with Vampire. It is never expressed as a sexual love. And they literally did nothing more than make a fucking gay scene out of it in the first few episodes. Fucking Diesel text me. He was like, oh, he's like, dude, what the fuck did you make me watch? I'm like, I'm sorry, dude. I didn't think it was going to be like this. I thought it was actually going to be good. I was hoping it was going to be good. And no,
you tricked me watching gay porn, bro. You want to tell me something? You want to tell me something, bro?
That's literally what I felt like when I did to him. And it was so fucking bad. It was so fucking bad. But thank you, Optimic Occupant 42. And we'll give you, since it's a 20, we're going to give you Sunker's full video on that one, buddy. So I appreciate that very much. And then we'll say hi to all of the rest of you fabulous folks out there in the chat. Sorry, Rumble Studios switched some things up on me in the background. So everything's kind of changed and stuff like that. Let me see if I can find... Where did it go? Where's the long? There's Dermy.
That look on your face when you accidentally tricked your friend into watching gay porn. It's like,
right, exactly.
I'm sorry.
What? This is what they did. They alphabetized it. They alphabetized it is what they did. There you go.
Fuck every time. It's so stupid.
It is. I love it though.
Like the earthquake one is my favorite because it's really dumb.
It worked out great.
It's like if J.J. Abrams wanted to make a picture sexy. He's like, oh.
Right. That's exactly how he does it. I love it. All right. So thank you, Occupant 42. Let's say hi to all of you fabulous folks out there in the chat. Hurry up, Judith. What? You can have another one. Get it yourself. Just use the spatula. Close the door on your way back in, please. But all right. Let's see how to. Yeah, the kids. Yeah, we had enchiladas for the kids tonight.
Hey!
But shout out for the new follower. Violence solves everything on Rumble. I appreciate that. We've crossed like 1,100. We're working our way till it's 1,200 over on Rumble, so I appreciate that. Madhouse Retro says, "Did you guys?" Another one of our fine channel subscribers. Did you guys notice the thumbnail? It plays for hours, and he's clearly not complaining. He is clearly not complaining in any way, shape, or form. But let's say hi to everybody over there on YouTube. And all of you guys over there on YouTube, remember, you got to join us over here on Rumble to watch the full show. So whether you're catching this on the replay or whatever it is, because of YouTube's rules and because of the bots and them not understanding what the difference is between fair use and not, make sure you join us over on Rumble. One of my mods will probably be dropping the link for the Rumble over there on YouTube. Even if you don't want to sign up for a membership and all that kind of stuff, which I understand, not a big deal. If you click the link, you can still watch it. But we really would appreciate you signing up for signing up over there on Rumble, the free speech alternative to YouTube and everywhere else out there. They've been really great to us. It was my fallout shelter when the last channel got nuked. Like, you guys all came over and supported and everything else. And so please, if you haven't already, join us over there on Rumble, create an account. It's not going to take you all that long. And we all love our Rumble folks. Rumble is great. And their work, I know the platform sometimes is a little rough. they're modifying things almost every week. There's updates going on. So they are building things from the ground up. This is, YouTube's had 25, 30 years to get where they are now. Rumble is literally only started hitting it in the last couple of years.
They didn't have as many expectations to go over and pull this shit off.
Right. And that's the other big thing. Like Rumble's like, well, why isn't it just like YouTube? Well, because Rumble's building things from the ground up. They're doing it on their own. You know what I mean? Like Kick. We love Kick, right? We love Kick. Eccentrics over there. We love Kick. But it's one of them things where it's like Kick is literally nothing more than a clone of Twitch. And the only reason it got up and running the way it did was because they licensed the program. They literally licensed the program from Amazon. So that's the reason why Kick got up and running right away. That's the reason why gifting memberships and all that kind of stuff has taken so long on Rumble and all that kind of stuff, because they're building all of their stuff from the ground up, which is nice because that means that, hey, guess what? No, like we saw what happened with Parler, right? Like AWS, Amazon Web Services shut that thing down. Apple and everybody else banned it. Like you don't got to worry about that with Rumble. You ain't got to worry about that with Rumble because they're building all that stuff on their own.
They went infrastructure. They went with the infrastructure. You ever see infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, or software as a service? They went even below that, and they are building their own shite rather than going over and relying on other people, which takes time. I just repeated him. I'm sorry.
She's good. No, you're good. And also, that's the only place you can find Sunker when she does all of her wonderful live streams, because she is the best streamer ever, boys and girls.
Well, you missed one of my best streams where I drank a bottle and a half of wine, and that I ended up watching Catfile as I was playing through a video game. The video game I ended up making in a bottom right corner, the bottom left hand corner, and it just full screened the TV show, which was Catfile, if you know that.
No, I don't. But that's fucking great.
It is a wonderful, based off of a series of books from the based off of a series of books following an ex-crusader turned monk who goes over and basically solves murder mysteries. So they went over and took some of those books and turned them into a TV show, and it's the monk in question is played by Bilbo from Lord of the Rings.
Great. That is fucking great. I love that actor. So thank you, John. So read your post on X. Hope it works out for you. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Yeah. Anybody out there that shares that, like I understand money's tight right now. So if you can't donate or whatever, by all means, just, reshare it, tweet it back out. Any of that kind of stuff you guys can do. I certainly appreciate it. Cause I wouldn't be able to do this if it wasn't for you guys. And I say this all the time. I have the best chat in all of the fellowship because you guys have kept this itty bitty little skinny ass channel fucking up and running and up and floating, whether it be just by, making comments on videos and making sure all this stuff goes out or sharing it, or you guys by your generous donations. Like as I said, it boggles the Lord has blessed me so much with each and every one of you guys. And it boggles my mind every freaking time. So I appreciate that. So thank you, John. I appreciate that, brother. Thank you. Good.
Zarlina, I just saw your thing. You don't have to pay to make a Rumble account. It's you may need to verify, which you can go over and do via just a phone number. So no, you don't have to pay at all to make a Rumble account. They're free.
Absolutely not. No, absolutely not. What, baby? Go ask Bubba. I don't have his code. You got to go ask Bubba, baby. You can be nice about it. She's watching her brother's phone because he's got the TV, so that's how they do it. He'll take the TV and she gets his phone. It's kind of funny how that ends up working. Yes, I know, you're so silly. All right, go in there, ask Bubba, be nice about it. But Cat on Pause, good to see you, Pause. Always good to see you. And no, we don't ever forget about you. We always know you're there, Pause, and I appreciate you. I appreciate you a lot, just coming in and hanging out. So thank you, Pause. Always good to see you. Always good to see you. I haven't starting with the chat yet. No, not yet. Fladius Aspire, what's up, Jim Bones? I love picking up my daughter in my black leather full-length trench coat with black fedora. Kind of an Undertaker look. Was before I got fat. Nice.
Holy shit!
That is great, dude. That is great.
Holy and we shit! Love is that your dad? Yeah.
Get the thumb, the music, like the Undertaker's intro music, like just playing in the car whenever you pick up your kid. Like,
for some reason, every time you show up, a thunderstorm is right behind.
I love it. I love that idea. I love that. Good to see you, Jim Bone. But there's, speaking of which, Tarlina, which thank you again, sweetheart. Appreciate you checking in. She checked in to make sure I was okay since I didn't stream this morning and everything was going on yesterday. So I appreciate you checking in very much, Tarlina. Thank you very much, my dear. But yes, we are good to go. We are back at it tonight. And Jim Bone over on the Rumble side as well. Thank you, Jim Bone. Another one of our fine channel subscribers. Oh, I'm sorry, Tarlina. Well, hopefully everything will get better. You know, you can vent to me whenever you want, Tarlina. You can vent to me whenever you want, my dear. I don't have a problem at all. Jim Bone says it gets better. It's a slow starter. Yeah, talking about the series. So yeah.
No worries. Like I was actually just kind of comparing it a little bit to kind of what Netflix does, and I've seen this happen with a lot of Netflix shows. Mm-hmm. They have them draw it out. It has to be a certain amount of episodes. Well, what if it's only supposed to be like this many episodes? It has to be this many episodes. Like and you see that. In fact, I saw some like Korean shows that were affected by that too, where it's just like nothing fucking happened this episode. It's like, yeah, that's where they went over and did the elongation.
Well, and like this is my thing. Like, I don't know. I'm not that old. Does everybody else remember when like seasons of shows were like 20 and 24 episodes a fucking piece? Like, what the fuck happened to that shit? You know what I mean? It's like, 8 episodes and like there's like fluffer in it. Why? We used to do 24 episode seasons of shows back in the day. Y'all remember that? Like, what the fuck is it? You need to hire television show writers. Stop hiring fucking movie writers to make TV. It doesn't fucking work, man. It doesn't fucking work.
You can hire movie writers to make a scene a lot feel more frenetic. Like, you can go over and absolutely do that, and that would actually be a more happy medium than going over and having them completely change their craft to fit a criteria they've never really made for. Like, I remember fucking Perry Mason. That was my jam until I watched them all 5 times.
Yeah, exactly. So it's one of those things. Like, yeah, just knock that off. But thank you, Madhouse. Let's see, Occupant 42. We're ready to talk to you, but thank you very much, Occupant 42. Yes, try to refresh over on Rumble if you haven't already. He's like, I'm enjoying the thumbnail. I don't blame you. What's up, Nightwing? Since I've been stringing Legacy of Kain Defiance lately. Nice, dude. Hell yeah, Nightwing. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. Good to see you. And there's Jim Bone dropping the link for all of you folks over there on the YouTube side. Thank you very much, Fladius Assfire. Appreciate that so very much. Oh, she does have a coat on. Didn't even notice. That's right. And Jim Bone holding down the Twitch as well. Holding down the Twitch as well. Thank you, brother. There you go. She flashes it back. Don't you love it? All right.
It's kind of rude. I should be wearing jeans with this, but you know.
Trust me, if we could all see the skirt, none of us would be complaining about that. I promise you that very much. And there's Tarlina. Good to see you. Oh, wait. Oh, there it is. Extra. Oh, sweet. Thanks for the notice. Absolutely, my dear. Absolutely. Yeah. Join us over on Rumble. By all means. If I were to guess, I'd say cutting corners for writers / potential animators integrity. I mean, that's definitely a good possibility. With this particular studio that made this show, I don't think that's the case. Because it's one of those things, like this show specifically said that like they're flat out like they do one and dones. That's all they do. Like, that's why like people are like, oh, we're gonna get a second season. And but you know, before if you got the t-shirt that says you were here before the ban, you remember my videos over that, because I was like, oh my god, are we gonna get a second season? And they're like, no, all we do is one and done. So I'm like, you guys hurt my feelings. Like, what are you doing? Okay,
we give
fine.
You a perfect sword.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. They're like, we give you perfect show. We don't do more, even though they're Asian. So it's like, we give you perfect show. I can't do Chinese or Japanese.
Nope.
No, we give you perfect show first season. Why you ask for more?
We
give you first show perfect season. Why? Yeah, it's like my Russian Asian. It's the best I got. This is why I don't do role play, boy. Well, never mind. Yeah, this is why I don't do like tabletop RPG role play, boys and girls. I can't come up with a good accent. Like, literally, when we give you perfect show. Oh, we give you a perfect show. Why you complaining? Why you complain? It's one of those things. Like, I literally, like, I asked Jack Tarlad. I was like, what's this English accent? Because I didn't listen to an audiobook from Kaifas Kane. Because when we do, I like, look, I'm a third way through the laundry pile. Okay. We're almost there to have the Saturdays free, and we can do the Warhammer 40K tabletop RPG. But it's one of those things. I was like trying to ask Jack. I was like, what kind of English accent is that? He's like, that's just like standard, like a broadcaster kind of English accent. I'm like, okay, that's the one I need to learn, because if I'm going to play Warhammer 40K, I want to give you guys. If I'm going to play a commissar or something like that, like I totally want to give you guys the actual accent. I want to be Caiaphas Cain. That's what I want to be. I'm not an Eisenhorn guy. I'm a Caiaphas Cain guy.
Like, I want to go over and talk to more of the British people to go over and learn about the different accents. But there's one thing that would over made me chuckle is just like all the countryside accents kind of sound the same, apparently. Or it's just like, hi, welcome to Somerset. And you would have this kind of like more nasally accent because you're British. And then you would go further towards a city. And it's like, hello, dear gentlemen. And then you go further away from the city. It's like, welcome Springfield. How you doing?
Well, and it's funny too, because that's just like how the United States is, though, too, right? Like the more you get out in the sticks, the more country accent you get.
Because all our cities are on the coast.
Well, no, Kansas City's not on the coast, and Kansas City and St. Louis are pretty big. You got Milwaukee and a few others. So yeah, don't you fucking all right, you fucking Obama fan, fucking flyover state asshole. Fuck off. We're not flyover states, bitch.
I've never flown over a state before in my life.
And you know what's fun?
Except that time.
I was going to say, you flew over California and Nevada. What the fuck are you talking about? I got you in Vegas. Bitch, yes, you did fly over a state. But like that. Yeah. Was that really your first time leaving California?
Why do you think I took my dad with me? I was like, I'm a fucking moron. I'm going to get my ass lost and murdered. Like that. Why do you think I took my dad?
I get that, but like I thought it was because you didn't feel comfortable going places by yourself. I didn't realize that was the first time you left California. Holy shit. Holy shit. Well, there you go, boys and girls. There you go. There you go. There you go. That is wild. That is crazy. But yeah. So yeah, it's a blast. It's a lot of fun. We're having a good time. There you go. And YouTube called me a YouTube creator. That's funny, Nightwing. From the opening movie to the final boss. There you go. Well, and that's cool too. Is like YouTube Rumble's new creator dashboard thing that has popped up is pretty cool. Like I don't know exactly what it means, how much different it is from like the other stuff, but like if you use Rumble Studios for 30 hours a month, which that's going to be an easy one for me. You know what I mean? Because I only use Rumble Studios for the most part. It's one of those things where it's like, yeah, they're like, hey, yeah, we'll invite you to our new our new creators program. We're going to pay you even more money. And I'm like, duh. Like you got to have 100 followers and then like do like 30 hours or more. And if you're a gamer, this is one of the things like Tomby, I think real Tomby was kind of like pissed off about like the Rumble creator thing. And I'm like, because he's like, well, you know, I'm like, dude, I use my RTMP code. Like unless Sunker's here or Grant, like I just use my RTMP code and I still use everything from OBS. Like I still get you guys have seen the Streamlabs thing pop up. Like you guys see all that stuff show up. So like Rumble Studios, like that's one of the major differences I've seen from every other platform out there is Rumble Studios give you an RTMP code, right? So you can literally just plug your OBS into Rumble Studios and guess what? You don't have to set up your multi-stream anymore. You don't have to do it. Like Rumble Studios will take care of all the multi-stream stuff for you and everything else. Like that's all you need to do is just plug your RTPM code and then you can control everything from OBS just like you always have. So that's one of the cool things I like about that. I like about that a lot.
That's perfect. They basically made a universal plug.
Yeah. Yeah, they absolutely did. I think it's cool. Thank you, YouTube. Oh, yeah, you're absolutely Nightwing. Absolutely. Says, yeah, Jimbo says, yeah, I don't have the follower numbers to get into the creators thing. Yeah, hey. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things like, I mean, you guys know, I've been on Rumble since the boxing gloves. You know what I mean? So like yeah, I get it.
You know what, Jimbo, and if you want, I can probably show up on some of your streams.
Hey, there you go. Sunker will raid you and help out with that. Hell yeah. Shout out. There you go.
Go over I actually didn't know where you are on. I'll go over and start following you right now. So if we happen to be on the same one. I'm gonna grab you. So if we if
Jimbo, she's gonna grab you.
Oh my. She's working while stream. Well, you know what, Jimbo? There might be times I'll be able to help you.
Yeah, you never know.
I have 140 people following me, so everyone give Jimbo a follow. But make sure you stay here.
yeah, go give Jimbo a follow. Definitely stay here. And shout out to the emojis, right, Madhouse Retro? Shout out to the emojis.
Oh my.
I love that they show up on Rumble Studios too. Like I can't wait for your guys' logos. That's the only other thing I'm wanting. I want your guys' icons to show up, but I love the fact that the emojis show up. I love the fact
Dude,
that show up.
I believe it is Madhouse Retro who took who made my Rumble icon. He made me a banner.
Nice. Yeah, dude, he's
like,
great about
holy
that.
shit. Just out of the
Go
kindness of his fucking heart. He made me like the majority of the emojis that show up on my thing. He made them. It was very sweet.
That's awesome. Yeah, dude, Madhouse is great. Go check out my t-shirt store. He'll probably drop a link now that I said this. But go check out my t-shirt store because the majority of those designs were created by Madhouse Retro, and he did a great fucking job. Like there's like for those of you out here like Sunker and a few others that were here before the band, there's a before the band t-shirt. There's like a whole like saving pop culture one angry rant at a time. There's like a whole bunch of cool stuff that Madhouse came up with. So go check that. If you guys don't just want to directly donate, just want to help out, you want something in return, there you go. There's t-shirts out there. There's t-shirts now, and you guys can go check out that stuff. See, there you go. Madhouse Retro. Do you have your Common Nerd merch yet? Exactly. And if you end up getting a t-shirt, tag me on Twitter when you get your shirt in. I will absolutely retweet you. We will show that off, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, thank you, Madhouse. You're an absolute legend. Ooh, I streamed Soul Reaver 1 remaster from start to finish. Nice, Nightwing. Yeah, Nightwing was the guy. Nightwing's a homeboy. Nightwing got me the Halo collection on Steam. And him and I'd never played what was the last one that was actually good? I can't remember the name of it now.
3.
Were you actually playing? No, it was like 4. It was like the 4th one. I can't remember what it was. It was like it was like the last one that actually had Master Chief as the main character. And like we
3.
were doing one of our maybe it was 3. Maybe it was 3 then. It was Reach.
I think it was
Halo Reach.
Yeah.
Halo Reach.
Halo Reach is when you start hanging out with other Spartans.
Yeah. But Reach was great. I'd never played it before. And so literally Nightwing and I was doing a 24-hour member stream because of whatever goal we'd hit or whatever. And Nightwing literally I didn't think he was going to stay with me the entire time. We literally played the entire storyline, the main storyline from beginning to end on that stream. And he was right there with me the entire time. He was my other Spartan. And that was so much fucking fun. So
Actually,
that was a blast.
If I remember, if you laid me a Dawit tribe, that's actually one of the things I really did like. Because if you look into the Halo lore and how the first proper Spartans were made, they were fucking kidnapped by their families and shit. That was Generation 3. I think Generation 1 and 2 got fucked, and then Generation 3 was the first one that was successful, and that's how you got John Spartan.
Right.
What's his code sign?
What's his code sign? I don't know.
Oh, it's a Bible passage. But
John 3:16?
3:16.
No shit. I need to go back and read it. I need to go back and read the Halo books. I didn't know.
Dude, no.
I didn't know.
For Halo, a Halo.
Yeah, Halo.
It's
right.
known for a whole bunch of chanty music, and there's a whole bunch
that just pops in my head right now. The Halo fucking music, dude. That composer is an absolute fucking legend, dude.
And
holy
it
shit.
was just as a fun thing, because when we were doing first person shooters and that stuff like that, you get rock music and something like that. It was very unique to go over and have that sort of music attributed to a first person shooter.
Yeah, because it was very much like orchestra, right? Like it was very much like old school kind of stuff like that. And that Halo, that theme song is just one of the best. Like that's one of those things. Like everybody's like, hey, what theme song do you really remember from a video game? Everybody's like Halo. Like Halo. Like Halo. You always do. So I appreciate that.
Just the one thing I do like, and I believe Reach, it kind of touches upon it. It's when they continued the Spartan program, but they stop being super unethical and stealing children. So they actually started getting soldiers at not as a young age, but they started getting more normal soldiers and recouping them and try to turning them into the kind of same soldiers to see if they don't have to steal children. And it's a great part of the book, because you have there's a point in the book where you have the old Spartans meet the young Spartans, and they're still baby, and they're not pushed as hard as the older Spartans were. So it's this great moment. I think it's Kelly that's the one that's doing this shotgun bunny, where she goes over and does this fucking like very intense maneuver, and then you just see her flipping the other guy off, and she's blowing him the fuck up. And the young Spartans are like, holy shit, holy shit.
That bitch is hardcore. And that's the other thing, too. Like, anybody wants to go at us and go, oh, well, you don't like female, like Space Marines or something like that. It's like, no. If it makes sense for the lore, it makes sense. And nobody ever complained about female Spartans in the lore of Halo because we all understood and it made sense. Is the main guy, is John the main one that every Master Chief is the one everybody thinks about? Sure. But nobody ever had a problem with fucking female Spartans because it made sense for the universe that they were living in and the world that they built.
In the books, especially, they show how fucking hardcore the girls are, the female Spartans are, because it's just like after a whole bunch of really, really, really bad fights. I think this was after the Halo ring, so this is in between 1 and 2. So they have Halsey on board, and she's doing a biocheck for everyone, and she's like, "Okay, Kelly, you have a collapsed lung." You're still going. Good job, girl. Like, they've been genetically engineered or genetically modified to push past normal human limits. One of my favorite Spartans is the female sniper, because she's fucking crazy as shit. Given like she's a little bit Sniper Wolf-esque, where she's just like, I'll just wait here forever to get my shot. To the point where in the books, John has to run back and get her because she's just so tied up in like a certain choke point. She's not leaving. He has to go back and grab her ass like, we're fucking going now.
That's fucking great. But Eccentricismo over there on Kick, and Jug Draco says, big lurking, you homie. Thank you, Jug Draco. Appreciate that. Appreciate you lurking, buddy. Love all of our friends over there on Kick. So, all right, boys and girls, we're gonna give you a little bit of a tease, and then we'll be shutting. We'll give you a tease while Sunker goes to the restroom, and then we'll start it back over to where so she can see it all. But we're gonna join us over on Rumble. We're gonna give you a little bit of a tease. Because Like a Boy is this episode. Like a Boy. See what we get here in the beginning.
High time I chrome the fuck up. Get the hell out.
Wait a minute. Is that episode 2 or is this episode? Oh, this is episode 3. Oops, that's episode 2. My bad. Hold on. We got to get to episode 3. Hold on. We got to get to episode 3. There you go. My bad. There you go. Netflix anime series. Netflix does do good anime, dude. And you know what? Respect too, because they're like universe created by X, Y, and Z, right? Like they're very appreciative of that. Like they're very, very much appreciative of that. And I love this intro. Female Spartans also lead more units. They were bloodthirsty and hardly ever left enemies alive. This is Madhouse Retro. Holy shit, that's awesome. That is awesome. Color me shocked there. A bunch of emotional women are the ones that like make sure they murder everybody. But yeah, Barsto Siroso, Masuki Yoshiki. Like I said, this is a Japanese studio that did this. I think the music is probably one of the, like, I don't know who wrote all the music for this, but oh my God, it is so fucking good. It is so fucking good. What are you doing? There's an ad for Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Oh, there we go. Sunker's just back in. That's okay. This intro is just so fucking good. I'm gonna make everybody on Rumble watch it over again because it's so good. But all right, okay. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, there's your YouTube tease. We appreciate all of you guys very much. Thank you for all of our wonderful YouTube folks. Thank you for crossing 1,600. But please join us over on Rumble, the free speech alternative that doesn't have a bunch of bots that screw us over on actual fair use, because this is actual fair use. We're watching the show and reviewing it and talking about it and all of that kind of stuff. And that is one thing that the YouTube bots do not understand. And guess what? Rumble or Kick in some cases don't have a problem with that stuff at all. Kick does occasionally have a problem with it, but as of right now, we've been okay so far for this show. So thank you guys so very much for all of you fabulous folks out there over there on YouTube. We appreciate you. Say bye, Sunker.
Goodbye, YouTube.
Giggity.